Welcome to Spiritual and Empowerment Living with international speaker, spiritual mentor, and best-selling author, Tia Johnson, as she discusses spiritual and women's empowerment topics to assist you in igniting your spirituality and empowering your quality of life. Let's welcome your host, Tia Johnson.
Hello there, Spiritual Trailblazer, and welcome to another wonderful episode here at the Spiritual and Empowerment Living with Tia. I hope that you have been enjoying this podcast. This year, we had some amazing guests, some amazing confessions, and everything in between. So this episode will be all about what some people have been calling next year the Roaring 20s. So basically, it's just about getting into your zone, your purpose for the year 2020. And of course, there's a goddess flair to it. So I just want to go over a few things with you to help you along this process. And in the upcoming episodes, we're going to do the best of 2019 and a few other good treats that we do at the end of the year. Before I dive into all of that, of course, there's a little bit of a housekeeping that gets done. I would love to work with you. I would love to figure out how we can make this month and the upcoming year the best one yet. And in doing so, let's hop on a call, a goddess discovery call, where we can hash out some of the things that's been on your mind. We can develop strategies to get you to that point of being in control more of your power, your identity, boundaries, and so much more. All right, let's rebuild that confidence. Let's look at strategies to help you in those areas in your life and beyond. I would love to hop on a call with you to get to know you a little bit better as well, because you're one of my listeners. I think that's pretty cool. And so for one, to get to know you, and two, to help you out. So click the link in the description for this episode. Let's get on a call, a complimentary call, and let's see how we can make the next year and even this month the best yet. All right, so a little dose of spiritual info. I was thinking about this, and I was just wondering what's something that I can present this time around. What's something I can do? And I thought, you know what? Let's just keep this very simple, very easy. I learned many years ago about breathing techniques, where you breathe through your nostrils, out through your mouth, breathe in through your nostrils, out through your nostrils. But you're taking these deep breaths, okay, that's coming from your like the base of your belly, so to speak. So you're just breathing in and out. And what I realized is that doing those deep breaths really helped me to get realigned. It really helped me to pull back at a moment's notice and rethink certain things, because when you take those deep breaths, it's you allowing new thoughts to enter your mind. It's allowing you to look at the bigger picture. It's allowing you to say, okay, you know what, maybe I'm a little bit too emotional right now and I'm not thinking clearly, so let me get myself together. So I would say practice breathing techniques. Now, those are only two. Of course, there's plenty of other breathing techniques. Focus on your breath. Expand your lungs. Okay. Get a feel for how the air, the oxygen is all in your body. Just try to get connected with that. Okay. Even if it sounds a little weird, like, wait a minute, connect with oxygen. Yeah, just imagine that. Just imagine when you exhale how that feels. I know it's when you inhale, it's like a deep breath, and sometimes I know it's a little bit hard to do that, but just focus on that. okay? And think about how you feel. And when you exhale, just let it all out. And pay attention to your thoughts. All right. Now let's dive into the info I have in store for you. So some people are calling 2020 the beginning of the roaring 20s. I don't know. I'm more of an 80s person myself, so. All right. But anyway, when we're talking about, of course, the next year, there's certain things that help us to really get prepared for that, because that's how we can really usher in the next year without being overwhelmed and thinking, oh my gosh, what I didn't do this year and yada, yada, yada. One is to think about the things that you have already completed, because it's easy to forget. So you're not going into the next year unfulfilled, accomplished, okay? Start writing down completed tasks, completed goals, anything you accomplish, okay? Start from January. If you can't remember, start flipping through your photos, start asking people, look at if you write journals, or if you write in a journal, look at that, right? Start really making note of your accomplishments, big or small. I don't care if it's, I ate less junk food, I work out 1 day a week, I asked for that promotion, I set up some boundaries, I regained my confidence, things like that. So tangible and intangible. Ask yourself, who helped you this year? Who were the most valuable people in your life? Who were the MVPs this year? That's something that will help you to, going forward, understand that, you know what, this person isn't adding value in my life. I probably shouldn't be giving them much time in my life. Okay, who helped you? Who was your support system? Who are you thankful for? All right, and this is also including people who you come across maybe at a coffee shop. Okay, maybe you can get them a thank you card, a Christmas card, okay, just as a token of your appreciation. Now, I also want you to think about stuff that didn't work out. And I know that might be a little bit daunting, like, oh, I really don't want to talk about it. I just want to move on. But there's lots of things that can be learned from that. So what are the things that you had to learn from? It just didn't work out. Okay. What didn't work out and why? It could be a timing issue. It could be a financial issue. It could be a human relation issue. What didn't work? Okay, next. What were some of the goals that you were working on, but you had to stop? And this is different from what didn't work. Maybe you were working on it, but then life got in the way. What are some of the things that you can pick back up in 2020? And no worries if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have a pen and paper. This is just to get you thinking. This is recorded, so you can always come back and take notes. Who do I need in my life going forward? Okay, this is a big one, because now we're going to talk a little bit about manifesting. Who do you need to manifest in your life? Because when you're doing that, you're also raising your vibration, which leads me to the next point. Where do you need to uplift, empower yourself and change? Where does that need to happen? And it's okay, be honest, non-judgmental, and it may take a little time. That's okay. We're all at different levels, looking to get to that next level, and sometimes it's not as easy as it looks on paper. So it's okay to be honest and know where you need that help, and then you can proceed to figure out how that can be a reality. But right now, let's focus on, where do you need changes in your life? And last but not least, because these are so many questions, what is something new that you can do in 2020 that is a reflection of you? So in other words, what's something that you need to do? Like start a podcast, your very own podcast. Is it writing a book? Is it going on a trip? Is it saying no? Is it quitting your job? Is it starting a business? Is it starting a family? Is it looking for love? Is it getting your finances to a new height? Like, what is that new thing that you maybe kind of sort of thought about in the past? You know, maybe you said it passing in conversation, but what's something new that can take place in 2020? Now, notice how I didn't say what's your word or anything like that, or resolutions. Well, one is because last week's episode with Aliyah Sobel dealt with your 2-word story. So go back, listen to last week's episode, and let that be your word or phrase for 2020. Don't worry about resolutions. Just create a list, some goals, a path that will help you get to where you want to be, because resolutions will easily set you up. Okay, so focus on that. Just give yourself time to answer these questions. Don't worry about overthinking it. Just play back, listen to it. Get a feel of your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, how your body reacts when you answer these questions. And then write it down in a journal. Talk about it with a friend. Okay? So that's what I have for you. I am sending you so many blessings. Take care of yourself. Please be kind to yourself. And I'll talk to you in the next episode.
Thank you for joining Spiritual Living and Empowerment with Tia Johnson. Don't forget to subscribe and tune in to the next show. Want to continue the conversation with Tia? Follow her on Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope at Tia_Johnson_. Have a wonderful day filled with many blessings.